The low price of natural gas is saving homeowners hundreds of dollars a year, and it wouldn't be happening without unconventional gas from the Marcellus Shale beneath our region and in reserves being discovered across the country. But it sure has complicated the energy policy debate. The Consumer Energy Alliance is out to fill the void by advocating for making the most of our natural resources, alternatives, and energy efficiency too. Andrew Browning is Executive Vice President, and Mike Mikus is a Director of the Consumer Energy Alliance for the Mid-Atlantic. And welcome. Good to see you both.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
Good to be here.
Folks that don't know you, what exactly is the Consumer Energy Alliance?
The Consumer Energy Alliance, it's a national organization. We have about 215 members, about 300,000 grassroots subscribers, and it's about a 60-40 split of kind of energy consumers and energy producers. And it's, about kind of educating the broader public on energy, how it impacts them in the economy, and kind of bringing them into the overall debate.
So you have consumers, you do have grassroots members, but we're also thinking big consumers that use a lot of energy, industrial consumers.
Absolutely.
Right?
Steel manufacturers, petrochemical manufacturers, big ag producers, et cetera. Anyone that's impacted by energy and energy costs, which is everybody, can be a member of CEA.
Okay, and I was going through your website, and it really is quite a cross-section of the American economy in a lot of ways. And what do you hope they can all do together?
Well, I think, an informed consumer can impact the overall debate. Right now, there's debate on hydraulic fracturing, there's debate on Keystone Pipeline. That impacts everybody. And so the politicians in Washington, public officials here, they like to hear from an informed citizen, and so we bring folks into the debate. We bring non-traditional actors into the debate that are impacted by energy, and so we can make our policy decisions in that broader context.
So you're running the Mid-Atlantic region for the organization. So what are you doing here?
Well, what we're doing is we're setting up grassroots events. For instance, on Friday we're having an event with the Washington County Chamber of Commerce where we're going to have a panel discussion talking about energy and manufacturing and how it affects the job market. We're going to have an energy manufacturing summit in Pittsburgh in the fall, and we're doing a lot of educational events, a lot of outreach, reaching out to various people, and just average people don't often see this energy debate going on right here in Western Pennsylvania. In terms of how it affects them. They think, well, I'm not a landowner, I don't work for an energy company, I really don't have a dog in this fight. Well, they do, whether if they work for a manufacturer or just even their home energy costs.
Pittsburgh's an interesting sort of a laboratory for this, because we do have strengths in both energy and manufacturing. Not a lot of other places have sort of the wealth of resources that we do.
Yeah, I mean, Pittsburgh is kind of the conflux of energy, manufacturing, labor, and we're seeing, an energy, a manufacturing renaissance that's linked to energy production. Energy as an enabler is what I like to call it. These are new jobs that are coming back to the U.S. Companies are reinvesting here. Companies are reshoring back to the United States. One of my companies that I used to work for is ripping up infrastructure in another part of the world and bringing it back here in order to take advantage of the low energy costs, and those are bringing and spurring manufacturing growth and jobs.
Pretty amazing. Do you find it's getting real to the people you're working with around here?
Sure. I think the biggest thing is you have in this debate, many times it becomes very heated, and what we're trying to do is kind of calm people down. Let's have a rational discussion and talk about the issues and how they really do impact them. There are a lot of myths out there. There's a lot of fear mongering, and I think it's time for everyone to take a deep breath. Let's hear it out. Let's look at the facts. Let's look at the science, and look at the economics, and see how that impacts people.
Yeah, it's obviously here because of the wealth of the Marcellus Shale and our history with coal. There's a lot of focus on the extractive industries. Is that primarily what you all are about?
No, we're not. The industry, the energy industry is a large part of what we do, but we're about the overall broader debate. We like to, the manufacturers that are a part of CEA membership, energy costs are like, part of their bottom line as well. They have an important role to play here. And so, that's a dialogue we bring together, and we think we're influencing the policy discussions both at the local level. We have chapters in Alaska, Florida, the Midwest, here in the Mid-Atlantic, and then in the broader national level. We drive people into the broader debate on Keystone or on hydraulic fracturing into D.C. as well.
And the thing that's unique here in Western Pennsylvania, as you mentioned, there's coal, but you have Westinghouse and nuclear. You've got the Marcellus Shale, but you also have manufacturers, in Cambria County that manufacture wind turbines, and I believe it's in Washington County. There's a manufacturer of solar panels. So the overall energy our energy issues here in Pennsylvania, are affected by whatever decisions are made in Washington. I mean, it's very important to jobs. It's very important to just meeting our energy needs, and we just want to be part of the debate.
Yeah, a lot at stake here in our region across the board, depending on how it all shakes out. Well, the organization is called the Consumer Energy Alliance. You have a website, I assume?
We do, www.consumerenergyalliance.org.
Easy enough.
Yeah.
Andrew Browning, Mike Mikus, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us. Yeah.
And we'll be back with more of our region's business in just a moment. Stay with us.